Something I see quite often in the dog training world and space is, especially more so towards the grooming side of things, but people talking about stress and stress in dogs, and we shouldn't put dogs under stress, and if they're in stressful situations, they need to be medicated, and all of this and that. This is my 2 cents on stress and putting a dog through stress and under stress. The word stress has such a negative connotation, which stress can be bad, but stress can also be good. And what I mean by that is, I'm going to take my dog Loki, for example. He does not like getting his nails done. And if it were up to him, I wouldn't do them. I wouldn't get them done. And it's not because he just doesn't like it. It's uncomfortable to him. I understand it's uncomfortable. But here's the thing, and this is what I tell all my clients. Whenever you're going to do anything to your dog, whether that is training basic commands, trimming nails, doing a bath, whatever, make sure you have a clear beginning, a clear end, and a clear middle to whatever you're asking your dog. Or let me rephrase that. A clear beginning, middle, and end. Because dogs are creatures of habit and routine. And the more that they can understand the patterns of how things are going to go, the better things will go. Now, I saw a video of a mutual friend of mine doing a dog's grooming and nails. And I was reading through the comments and I saw someone mention, well, why not? This dog is under such stress. Why not use a scratch board for this dog? And again, this is what prompted me to make this video. There are different levels of stress, and stress to a dog, just like it is to people, is an everyday occurrence. There are things that are just stressful. Now, are you going to want to go in and purposely put your dog in a stressful situation just for laughs? No. But for something like getting a bath, nails trimmed, sometimes you just have to do it and get it done, and it's over, and we move on from the situation, right? But the dog in the video was biting, was doing like the crying stress thing a little bit, but it was more like it would bite and that sort of thing. But the dog was not pooping itself. The dog was not peeing on itself. The dog was not just like shutting down and running away into a corner. Eventually, what happened in the video, as the video progressed, is the dog ended up just giving into it and was like, okay, we're going to get this done. And there is a different level of stress going on in a situation like that, where there is some panting. Dogs pant when they're stressed. It's normal. And the biting and trying to get out of the situation, versus a dog that will literally shut down, a dog that will literally do harm, a dog that will poop and pee itself in a situation. To me, those are two different levels of stress. And one, the first situation I told you about, is it's okay to push your dog through those things. And it's okay to, again, set up the process of whatever you're doing as, okay, we're beginning. This is the middle of the process, and this is the end of the process. And we're done. Yay, congratulations. We did it. We'll move on with our day, right? And I think a lot of times people, where they end up failing with their dogs, is a dog shows the first sign of uncomfortableness or stress in a situation, especially with nail trimming. And they're like, oh, no, I can't do this anymore. The dog has to be medicated for this, or I can't do it myself. And I'm not saying go and put yourself in harm's way. That's not what I'm saying. But again, I'm giving you permission. Just like how we have to go to the dentist, and I don't know anyone that just loves the dentist, and I don't know anyone that just loves the doctor, and I don't know anyone that just loves getting shots, right? Just because we don't like it and it's uncomfortable, we still have to do it. But we know, as humans, that this is the process. We drive to the dentist's office, we get out of our car, we walk in, we check in, we know the routine, and then we're done and we move on with our day. And I think if we start treating dogs a little more like that, and again, giving them clarity, beginning, middle, end of process, this will help us so much. And be okay with putting our dogs under a little bit of stress, healthy stress, and that's okay. Again, there are nuances to this. I'm not saying go get bit. I'm not saying torture your dog. That's not what I'm saying. But just because a dog doesn't like something happening that needs to happen doesn't mean that they should then be able to bite and cry and whine and get out of it. Again, if your dog is peeing and pooping on themselves and shaking and just shutting down, go another route. Again, there are nuances to what I'm saying, but as I said in the beginning of my video, doing things that your dog is uncomfortable with and doing things that your dog doesn't like because they need to be done is okay. It's okay.